Hey guys, day 9 for 12 days of Pilates. We have kneeling side kick series. Modifications for this are pretty basic. One of the big issues most people have is being on the knee. If you don't like pressure on your knee, you'll actually regress this to the regular side kick series, which is laying on your side. So if you want to just take it down a notch and you want to stay off your knee, but you still want to get as much work as you can do it exactly like what we did in the last video. You could let your head rest all the way down, or you could bring hands behind your head on this. But we'll do our side leg lifts here. Oh, you probably can't see this now that I have all these animals in my way, but my waist is lifted and I do have a little pocket under my rib cage that I'm going to try to maintain the entire time I'm doing my leg lift. That way I don't collapse in the waist and end up sinking in my spine. So once we've done our side leg lifts, we'll do our 2 kicks to the front, 1 big kick to the back, maintaining that little pocket again underneath our waist. Whoa! As I roll backwards. Sorry. Doing this without animals is probably going to be a little bit easier. So you've got your 10 that way. That's the option for modifying if you don't like being on your knees. Now, let's say you want to be up on your knees, but maybe you don't have the range of motion to get your hand all the way down on the floor. That's totally fine. If you have a yoga block or even a pillow at home, you could place a pillow where your hand's going to be, and that's going to give you a couple extra inches so that when you take this little side bend, you don't have to go quite so far. Also, I'm going to make a fist to give me a couple more inches instead of being on my palm. That way I don't have to bend as far. The key is to keep your hip on top of your knee, and if you're collapsing into it, you're losing the frame and you're losing that waist work that we had down on the floor too, where we're pulling up through our rib cage. So being here is going to give you a little bit of an option too. Maybe that's not even high enough and you want to take something like an ottoman and put your forearm on it. Maybe you don't want to have any weight on your wrist at all. Your next option would be to do something like this. Maybe it's your couch instead of the ottoman. You could just have your forearm here. We're still doing the same thing, still have our leg kicks, but you don't have to put any weight on your wrist at all, and you do not have to bend as far to the side. So of course, making it easier is sometimes better than making it harder. Let's say you want to progress this a little bit more. I'm going to bring in more waist to it. So we'll find our side leg series position, our traditional one. We're going to keep our hand down. This time we're going to take our leg to hip height, and then maybe we're going to work on our balance for just a second. And we're going to take abs and obliques into it. So we have to hold that position. I'm not great at it yet, still working on it. This is all about progress. Then maybe we want to make it more waist of a side bend with the elbow to the knee. So you're adding a little bit more movement instead of holding still. Those are my 2 favorite ways to progress this. Of course, you could always add leg weights, maybe ankle weights to your ankles or something like that, or you could hold a hand weight. Those are easy options. The move looks the same, you just add some weight to it. Let me know what you think.